Quick video to show how I make some burley bombs for bait fishing. What I've got is some commercial ground burley mix. I've got some rocks that I've collected from where I typically fish. When I've been trimming the steak to bait sized pieces, I've kept the offcuts, which I'll rub into that. I've got some rocks which will then help weigh the bait bombs down, so when I throw them in they'll actually sink rather than get carried away. And I collected a bottle of seawater from the spot early on this afternoon. Depending on the size of the burley bombs, you can add more or less of the pre-mixed burley. I've used 3 dessert spoons, and what I've then done is the finely chopped up offcuts of the steak I've put into each of the bags, and what I'll do is rub it through it, because what I want to do is get the smell of the steak into the water with the other burley and not necessarily feed the fish. I want them to be taking my bait rather than be full from eating too much bait. So I'll just rub them in and then I'll be ready for the next stage. Once the steak's been thoroughly rubbed in, I'm now going to add a rock to each one of them. The rock adds weight so that when I actually put the bomb into the water, it'll sink to the bottom. I then arrange it so that the burley mix is sitting in the corner of the plastic bags, and right in the middle of the burley mix is where the rock is. The last step is to add a bit of the salt water that I collected from the area, and what I'll do is I'll pour it in so that when I freeze it, it gives me a nice solid ball of burley. When I throw it in, as the frozen burley starts to thaw, it'll slowly release burley into the water. That way the burley will be released over a much longer period of time. That looks about right. Now what I do is squeeze the air out. Twist it up. Tie it off. And that will then go in the freezer. So I'll then end up with a frozen solid ball of burley ready to go fishing with. I'll keep going with the rest of these and I'll pop them in the freezer. Thanks for watching. And there's a finished product. 6 sets of burley bombs that go in the freezer, and that'll be good for 3 fishing sessions. Didn't take long, doesn't cost much, works pretty good. Thanks for watching.